Picture this. It's 1999. A Japanese scientist stands before the US Congress, ready to reveal a truth his country had known for decades. But what happened next? Well, that's where our story really begins.
So you'd think there would be a huge debate, right? Wrong. His testimony wasn't just debated, it was erased. The press went completely silent. The official records, they just vanished. This wasn't some minor disagreement over data. No, this was treated like a top-level state secret, something so profound, so earth-shattering, it had to be hidden from you and I. So the real question is, what on earth did he say? This was the bombshell from scientist Michio Kushi. Matter itself is not real. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. He told the most powerful government on the planet that the very foundation of our physical world, the chair you're sitting on, the screen you're looking at, even your own body, is basically an illusion.
So why? Why would an idea like that be considered so dangerous that it had to be completely buried? What were they so afraid of? All right, let's follow the breadcrumbs Kushi left behind and see if we can figure this out. Okay, first up, reality is vibration. Kushi's first big challenge is to our most basic assumption about the world, that the solid stuff we see, well, it might be something else entirely.
So think back to science class. We all learned that the world is made of tiny, solid things, right? Like little bricks, atoms, particles, all locked together. That's the official story. But Kushi came in and said, hold on a second. He presented this hidden truth, something that, funny enough, modern physics was also starting to figure out. He said if you zoom in, way, way in, past the atoms, past the electrons, there are no bricks. There's nothing solid at all. There's just energy, waves flickering in and out of existence like little ghosts. Nothing is actually solid.
And here's where it gets really interesting. Kushi pointed out that while Western science was just catching up to this idea of a mass of waves, Eastern traditions had a name for it for thousands of years: ki. You might have heard it called chi or prana. It's the life force, right? The energy that animates literally everything. For Kushi, this wasn't some new age theory. It was the fundamental reality of the universe. All right, now this is where the idea goes from being a cool physics concept to something intensely personal and maybe even dangerous. Because think about it. If you are not a solid object, but a field of energy, then everything that influences energy also influences you. Just look at this contrast. The typical Western view often treats illness like a car breaking down, right? A mistake in your DNA, a chemical accident in your blood, something that needs a pill or an injection to fix the broken part. But in Kushi's world, this vibrational reality, illness is way simpler and honestly way more profound. He said it's just a traffic jam, a blockage of energy. Life is a river, and when that river gets blocked and stops flowing, it stagnates, and that stagnation, that's sickness. So if everything is energy, what can actually change it? Well, Kushi pointed to three incredibly powerful invisible forces. First up, words. He saw them as literal vibrations that can heal or harm your body. I mean, we've all heard of the placebo effect, right? It's the same principle. Then there's the influence of our ancestors. He called it a haunting in your blood, unfinished pain carried down through generations. And believe it or not, modern science is now digging into this with something called epigenetics. And finally, food. Now, Kushi argued that food isn't just fuel or calories, it's code, it's information that programs your body with every single bite. The idea is you're not just eating a chicken, you're absorbing its energetic signature. He taught, for example, that if you eat a fast-moving, kind of nervous animal like a chicken, you might take on that same restless energy. Eat a heavier, more grounded animal like a pig, and you might feel more heavy and dull. But greens, which can hold the potential for life for years, could give you a steady, grounded, long-lasting energy. In his view, you literally become the vibration of the food you eat. Wild, right? Okay, so if your whole being can be reprogrammed by something as simple as what you eat, well, that implies a level of personal power that is just huge. And this brings us right back to the core question. If this knowledge is so empowering, why on earth would anyone want to hide it? And it's right here that Kushi's ideas stop being about health and start being a direct challenge to the systems that run our world. Kushi described this hidden ladder of human consciousness. At the very bottom, you've got the beast, driven by pure appetite and instinct. One step up is the slave, who just obeys without asking questions. Now, he said most people are here at the level of the ordinary man, someone who thinks they're free, but really their choices are being decided for them. Higher up, you have the saint, who represents virtue but is still sort of separate from the world. And at the very top, the free man, someone who embraces everything, the good, the bad, all of it, and is truly completely free. So why hide this ladder? Simple. A society of beasts and slaves is a whole lot easier to control. And this really gets to the heart of the alleged cover-up. The system survives only if you believe you are powerless. Think about it. If you believe your health is just a roll of the genetic dice, you're going to need a pharmaceutical company to save you. If you believe your reality is fixed and solid, you need outside authorities to tell you what to do. But if you realize you are a field of energy that can be reshaped from the inside out, well, the entire power structure is threatened, isn't it? So let's just recap the incredible truths that Michio Kushi tried to share with the world. 1. Matter isn't solid, it's a dance of energy. 2. Illness isn't a flaw, it's simply blocked energy. 3. Health is not something you go out and buy, it's something you unblock within yourself. And 4, the biggest one of all. Your body, your mind, your entire reality can be rewritten by you, from the inside out. And that was the final, powerful implication of his testimony. This wasn't just some abstract scientific theory. It was a transfer of power, away from big institutions and corporations, and back to the individual, back to you. So the very same question they tried to bury back in 1999 is now in your hands. Now that you know the secret, what are you going to do with it?